Mamta. Today I am here to explain our work entitled Improving Reuse in Block Level Agromet Advisory System. India Meteorological Department IMD generates various ranges of weather forecasts, that is hourly, daily, 5-day forecast, monthly, etc. IMD started Integrated Agromet Advisory Service from the year 2008 with 130 Agro-Meteorological Field Units AMFUs. In the preparation of Agromet Advisory Service, each AMFU compares the past 5 days data and future 5 days weather data and prepares the Agromet Advisory. The prepared Agromet Advisory is disseminated to farmers and other stakeholders, and the feedback for the advisory is collected during the field visits. IMD has taken up block level Agromet Advisory Service based on block level medium range forecast, that is 5-day forecast from the year 2015, and it is currently operating on few blocks of each district. To improve the coverage, IMD is planning to provide block level Agromet Advisory Service to 6,500 blocks across the country. The issue here is preparation and dissemination of Agromet Advisory for several blocks within the stipulated time is difficult. The basic idea here is for a given period, say year or season, the weather situation of the current block is similar to the weather situation of nearby blocks, then there is a scope to reuse the advisory by reducing the human effort. We completed 3 types of experiments: temporal reuse, spatial reuse, temporal and spatial reuse. In temporal reuse, for a given block, we compare the weather of the current period, say year or season or phenophase, with the previous periods, that is previous year or previous season, previous phenophase. In spatial reuse, we consider the weather situation of the current block and compare it with the weather situation of the nearby blocks for the given period, assuming that the weather situations of the adjacent blocks could be similar. We considered 12 blocks of Telangana state for our experiment, which are divided across 3 zones: North Zone, Central Zone and South Zone, and the weather data for 5-day duration is considered for the experiment. And we considered rice crop phenophases for Kharif and Rabi seasons. The details of the phenophase names and the durations with respect to standard week is given in table 1. Coming to the results. We first explain the results of block-wise temporal reuse. Here, let us consider for block 1, we can say that, suppose, assumption is if we prepare the advisory for first year, how much is reused in the second year. So here we can see in the figure, if the advisory is prepared for first and second year, how much is reused in the third year. That is, we can see nearly 80% and greater than 80% of advisory is reused in the third year. Here the x-axis is block number and the y-axis is the percentage of reuse. Coming to the second experiments, we see here zone-wise spatial reuse for year 2015 to 2019. Here we compare the weather situation of one block in each zone with the weather situations of the other blocks within the same zone, assuming that the adjacent blocks have similar weather. The results are very interesting. It shows that there is high similarity among the adjacent blocks, so that the weather, the advisory prepared for one block could be reused for other blocks within the same zone. In temporal and spatial reuse, we combined both the experiments of 1 and 2. That is, we compared the weather situations of the given block with previous periods and also with the adjacent blocks. Here also we can see a very significant reuse within second year itself. That is, the reuse is greater than 50% in second year and it is greater than 90% in third year. Overall, we state that using the proposed approach, there is a scope to improve reuse of advisories among block level, both spatially and temporally.